Hello everyone, my name is Deadeye, and I think I might be the least successful YouTuber ever. Hi, so this is a 10-year anniversary video of doing YouTube videos, so let's cut and show the very first intro, huh?
Hello everyone, my name is Deadeye, and we're going to play Skyrim. Just so you all know, I haven't yet put any time at all into Skyrim. This is first time I've even started up, so we're just going to get in and go.
Yeah, I don't, surprisingly, my intro hasn't changed a whole lot in 10 years. I was kind of shocked. Yeah, the audio ain't great either. I don't know how I got away with it, but for those first 100 or so videos I did no audio leveling, basically, and I don't know how I got away with it, especially considering nowadays I fiddle with the audio almost every video. I also knew nothing about file formats, really. Well, for YouTube, that is, or encoding formats or anything like that, because that first video is actually encoded in FLV, and it's obviously it's 640 by 480 for some reason, and I don't even know why the video's cropped weird. I knew nothing back then. It immediately gets better in the next video, though. It's episode 2 is 720 at least, which I had to do for a while because I couldn't handle recording and the graphics at the time. So yeah, I've been doing YouTube videos since 11/11/11. You know, when Skyrim came out, and I don't know. It's 10 years have gone by, and I don't know, I've been very, like, I don't know, having an existential crisis? I don't know. I'm doing this voiceover after I record this footage, so it's very jank, this old game now. But yeah, I don't know, I just wanted to talk, I guess, about, you know, what I was doing then and now. I don't know. I'm just doing this because people who I watch would make a 10-year retrospective video for their channel, you know, for their longtime fans. But I'm not a successful YouTuber, in fact, and so 10 years ago when I did this video, you know, I'd been using YouTube for a few years at that point, and I'd watched lots of people doing Let's Plays. 2011 was kind of like the end of the heyday era of Let's Plays, you know? Like, if you wanted to be popular doing that, you would have had to start maybe around then, a little bit earlier. And then there was a big dearth for a while, which, it happens, I guess. You know, demographics, people change, grow up, games change and stuff. But I did the Skyrim series, 100 episodes. And they were pretty dang successful. I was actually happy with it, and, you know, I was a nobody. I had no connections. But I was getting pretty good views back then. For the time, that is. I was a YouTube partner. All those what were those marketing groups? I can't remember what they were called. Those YouTube like collectives that would be like, we'll help you, but we'll take half your money, and you have to sign a contract that gives away your rights for life. Those groups, there was a whole bunch of them back then. I would get offers from them. They'd be like, hey, we saw your video, join us, and I'd be like, oh, because you'd read the fine print and it was awful. A lot of younger people got fucked on that, but I was a little bit older back then, and I read those things and I was like, no, I'm gonna make it on my own. I became a YouTube partner back then, which, even though I think video game footage was kind of like on the gray area back then of being allowed to be a partner, they let me be a partner, and I got an AdSense account, and I actually made a little bit of money. I got one check, and I think that's what qualifies me as the worst YouTuber ever. I'm not really a YouTuber, but still. Because of course, there's plenty of people that have uploaded a video that got no views, and they have no subscribers, and they moved on with their life, you know? Plenty of those people, and, you know, I have, let's take a look at that number, I think it's 480 subs. None of those people watch my videos anymore. The only people that watch my videos seem to be people that find it through, you know, lucky YouTube suggestions, or two personal friends of mine who seem to check out my videos, and you guys know who you are, and big respect for being a good friend and watching these videos. right? But there's a lot of people who do it get nobody, because if you're nobody, you're not getting any connections. If you're even, like, it seems so hard nowadays. YouTube's a completely different landscape. But that's what I'm saying is, back then, I got one check. And I don't know what it is like nowadays, but back then, to get a check from AdSense, you had to make $100 of AdSense money had to be built up in your account, and then they sent you a check. And I got one back then. I made $100. I got exactly one check. And I made some more money after that, but I never made enough money for another check. And then, I don't know how many years ago now, YouTube changed their system, and I'm no longer allowed to be a partner because I'm not big enough. And that's unfortunate for me. I've complained about it in a few other videos. They lock some features behind, you know, like subscriber numbers and stuff like that, and that's awful. That's so awful. They should undo it, because it makes it so much harder for small people to grow, you know? So that's why, you know, I'm a nobody, but I once made a little bit of money doing this stupid, this silly thing of making video game videos on YouTube. Anyways. Here we are, 10 years later. I did take a little bit of time off in between. In the middle there, I had, you know, problems in my real life that I had to take care of. You know, no fault of my own, it happens to everybody, but I took care of it. And the last, you know, pandemic gave me an opportunity to make videos regularly. I started making videos before then, but trying to grow nowadays, it seems like it's basically impossible. At least strictly through YouTube, you'd have to multi-platform and get connections and try and get people to move around. But making money nowadays, when I read the way people are making money, it's so much smaller even than when I was doing it 10 years ago. So, I don't know. It's crazy to see how much YouTube has changed over years. You know? I'm happy with what I do. I understand I make no money, I barely get any views besides a couple of personal friends. But I like doing it. I started doing this because I'm going to play video games anyways, and I have the equipment to do it, so why not? And that still remains the reason. Except now I think about it a little bit more. I'm like, well, am I going to play XYZ game? Yeah, let's do it on video. Am I going to play XYZ game? It's kind of long and boring. Let's not do it on video. That's generally the discussion that goes on in my head. But after 10 years, I'm just old now, and I have no success, which makes me the least successful YouTuber ever. Am I gonna still be doing it? How much longer can I do it? I got things going on in my real life I need to sort out, but I can still find time to do this, so I'm gonna keep doing this. Why not? The same rules apply. I'm gonna be playing video games anyways, and I have the equipment to record, so why not? You know? Skyrim, here the footage is from the original version of Skyrim. I never bought the special edition. The regular version of Skyrim is no longer available on Steam, and they never they made the regular version of Skyrim cheap, but the special edition has never gotten a super deep discount, and that's awful, you know? So I never bought the special edition. Until it's like $5, I'm not paying for the game again. It's not worth it to me. The special edition, I think its cheapest is 16 bucks, and that's whatever, fine. For people who feel that's fine, go ahead. I already bought the regular version. I never got the DLC either, because the DLC never got cheap. So, this is the regular version of Skyrim. It's a little bit jank. I don't think the special edition is going to be any less jank, is it? I don't know. I should have... So I did the Skyrim series, right? 100 videos or so. And it all went well for the most part. Recording, you know, I went through a number of different setups during that recording, and a number of different styles. I went through like 4 headphones. I was recording off headphone mics back then. And, because I would be sitting and wearing them so long, I broke through like 4 pairs of headphones. But anyways, I did those videos. They were pretty successful, and for the time, that is. I mean, yeah, 100 views nowadays is nothing, but even if I do a video on a popular game, on the release date, it's probably not getting 100 views. I don't think my my first video on Cyberpunk did, and of course Cyberpunk turned into a train wreck. but that's the game that turned into a trading rank. Let's be honest, before it came out, there was still a lot of interest in it. Because I'm nobody. But I did plenty of views on Skyrim because the era of doing Let's Plays was different back then, and YouTube gaming was different back then. And I was successful, and I was like, well, I was just kind of copying what all the other Let's Players I followed was doing. You know, they don't play the same game forever. They move on. And I was like, okay, well, I was getting towards the end of Skyrim, and I was like, well, what am I going to do? What's the next big game coming out? And it was Mass Effect 3, and I was like, yeah, Mass Effect's a pretty dang big game. And the third one, the final of a trilogy, yeah, I'll play it, so I bought it. I went through this, there was a video game store in my small-ass town back then. A horrible store. Those people running it knew nothing about video games. But they had video games, and I walked in, and I was like, hey, it's the day of Mass Effect came out, Mass Effect 3. And I was like, so any big games come out today? They're like, let me look up on the computer. And they're like, boop, boop, boop. And I don't remember what they said. There's like FIFA? Or they said something. I don't remember what it was. And I was like, how about Mass Effect 3? They're like, boop, boop, boop. Oh, yeah, that came out. Don't have any copies, though. I should have took that as a hint. And I ended up getting it, I guess through Steam or what it was, the EA thing. But anyways, not the EA. What is that? Whatever it's called. The thing that did they change the name of it? Whatever their launcher is called. Anyways, and I should have took that as a hint. I was like, oh, maybe Mass Effect doesn't have as much wide appeal as Skyrim did. Like, cause like I got Skyrim because Oblivion was great. You know, it was a PC game and it was great and great RPG, and I loved RPGs. And I guess at the time, you know, it got a lot of, you know, like, got very popular. Skyrim probably really helped PC gaming out. But I didn't think it was, and then I was like, well, Mass Effect's a really popular RPG, and it's gonna be really popular. And those videos did not do nearly as good. And it wasn't until later that I realized, like, Mass Effect's good, and I love it. The series is great. One of my all-time favorite series. But it has, like, a different demographic of people, I guess. Because it's such story-based game. And those games didn't do well on video. Those videos, I mean, didn't do well. And then I think I moved on to Far Cry, and then there was Saints Row sometime back then. And each time I was like, these are popular games, aren't they? And they would do less and less views. But hey, that's the thing. I guess I should have never stopped playing Skyrim. It's by far my most popular series in the 10 years that I've been doing this. And I should have kept doing it. I still get questions on old videos on how to do quests and stuff, and I forgot almost all of this game. You know, it's those a couple of old, there's about 5 or 10 of those old videos that still get more views than pretty much anything I do new. And that's incredibly depressing. I don't have, like, because I'm not famous or big or, you know, this is not my life. I don't make money doing this. You hear about other YouTubers who are, like, you know, burn out and they have problems, and they see, you know, like, when they go on your YouTube dashboard and you see, oh, your videos are underperforming, and that stuff really hurts, and I can understand. I understand entirely. If I was doing this for a living and I would see my 10-year-old videos still making more views, you know, I would probably lose it. But luckily, this is not my life. I am not a successful YouTuber. In fact, I am the worst YouTuber ever, which helps me realize that, like, yeah, I don't have that same effect on me, seeing how bad I'm doing at this. I'm purely doing this for fun. So anytime I get a view or a subscription or a subscriber, I mean, or, you know, a comment, it's the best feeling in the world because it's entirely free to me. The effort I put in is only because I want to be playing these games anyways. So anyways, I am, at least I think I am, the least successful YouTuber ever. I'm going to keep doing it anyways, because it's not a burden on me, it's not my life. But I enjoy playing video games. I do hope you all enjoy watching these videos. I'm going to keep doing it for as long as I can, I guess. I'm going to be playing video games for the rest of my life. Oh man, I'm going to have to do another one of these 10-year anniversary videos, aren't I? I had a lot of things happen in my life in 10 years. Never expected some of these things, but hey, it's alright. Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, that's it, I guess, for this video. Skyrim is still a janky mess, and the special edition is not cheap enough for me to afford. Yeah, that's gonna be it. I do hope you all enjoy, and if you did, do please subscribe. I do have a Twitch. I'm gonna try and stream some more. This is coming out in November. I should probably have already tried streaming some. I'm gonna... hopefully, I keep up to that. We'll see. I've done some test streams, but I've gotten absolutely no viewers. So, not much different than YouTube, eh? Alright, that's gonna be it for me. Once again, thank you all for watching. Skyrim's still janky. I hope you all enjoyed. I'm the least successful YouTuber of all time. Have a good day, and I'll see you all around. Bye-bye now.